mkono anamgeuzia afya kujuti ili avuke boda. Asante sana, thank you.
Thank you. Asanteni sana. Tafadhali tuketi chini. Thank you very much. Ndugu viongozi wote, walimu walio kati yetu, adjudicators, committee ambayo imesimamia, na wanafunzi wetu, hamjambo. Good afternoon everybody. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Assalamu alaikum. Asanteni sana. Kwanza mimi nataka nimshukuru Mungu kwa kutupatia hii nafasi, na niwapongeze wale wote ambao walishiriki katika festival hii ya muziki katika mashule zetu na colleges zetu zote pamoja na university. And I want to say in a very special way, congratulations to the teams that have performed here. Listening, watching what has happened here confirms to me that we have indeed not just a great nation, but we have great talent in Kenya. And I want to say congratulations. The inspiration that I have seen from the manuscripts of song, of drama, and of everything else that I have watched is a testament and a manifestation that indeed we are a wealthy nation in terms of talent, creativity, and also innovation. I have seen with my own eyes this great display of wonderful talent. And let me say to all who participated to get us here, from those who started at the lower levels, we've been told here about 2 million learners in different categories participated in the initial program, and 130,000 made it to Nyeri. I want to say to those who have made it here this morning and afternoon, congratulations again. Pongezi sana. And it is in the wider context of what we are doing in our creative space, in our arts and culture, and of course in our education. As we all know, many statements have been made here about this event being CBC in practice. I know we had a debate as a country for a while about where we were going with our education. And I want to thank all education stakeholders, our teachers, our teacher management units, and everybody else, including, of course, the input of many parents whom we engaged. I think we engaged close to 20,000 parents in formulating and straightening the challenges that were there with CBC. I am very proud to announce to the country that all the challenges that we had with CBC have now been sorted out. And our children can learn knowing very well where we are all going, and parents should be sure what is happening to their children. I must thank the Committee of Parliament when we took proposals to them on enhancing our education budget. Members of Parliament did approve, and this year we have the largest budget for education in Kenyan history. And we have put that budget together because education is central to the development of Kenya. Our our human capital development being the best asset that we have as a nation requires every facilitation that we can put together as a country. And because of what we have managed to do around that space, I am now very confident that we have what it takes to sharpen our human capital and make it ready for any assignment. And our young people from kindergarten all the way to university, we now have clarity on how we are going to use the resources that we have allocated to make sure that all our children get the learning that they deserve and progress their education to the best of their ability, and make sure that we unlock the talent of every young person in Kenya. As a result, we've done a couple of things because the children we have here are very important to us. Every parent is very emotive about their children, and it is rightfully so. And so, as part of building that ecosystem of growing and sharpening our human capital, this year in January and in July, we've hired an additional 56,000 teachers to make sure that learners in our primary and secondary schools have teachers to teach them. This year, also, we have reorganized the funding models for our TVET, all tertiary institutions, TVET and university, so that we can better attend to the needs. And apart from reorganizing the funding model, we have also increased resources that will be available for our learners to acquire knowledge, to acquire skills, professional skills included, in our technical schools or mid-level colleges, including our universities. Let me also say, we have also worked with the Teacher Service Commission so that we can incentivize our teachers to bring out their best by making sure that teachers who do well, we also provide for their promotion. And this year, we have provided for the promotion of 5,000 teachers directly, and 36,000 teachers indirectly will be promoted this year. We have provided $1 billion shillings that will go in that direction. I want to encourage teachers to step forward, do their best, because apart from doing what we must do as a society to make sure that our teachers are looked after, we want to promote those who excel, those who do well because they have gone beyond their call of duty. I want to recommend here, Waziri for Education, that the teachers who have done this phenomenal job, who have trained these young people, who have written the scripts, who have done the exemplary work, should join those to be promoted in this cycle. Because I believe that they deserve that promotion because they have excelled and they have gone beyond the call of duty. Let me also, in a very special way, congratulate everybody who has been involved. Hopefully I get an opportunity to have a conversation with the teams that have put this event together. I have listened to the chairman very carefully, Frederick Ngala. Fortunately, I have no problem with the English you spoke. And I can can confirm that we are well aligned in what we need to do, and especially on the subject you mentioned about monetizing the great talent at display here. I have already given direction on what we need to do, and we have agreed that as a country we must not just watch what our children are doing here. We must have a program on how to carry it forward and how to ensure that the talent on display here progresses to the next level in terms of the artists themselves, but also we tap into the monetization programs that exist for us, not just to encourage the artists that we have in our midst, but to also make sure that they can carry this into the future, commercialize the great talent that is on display, and benefit themselves. So I'm going to say two things in that respect. Number one is that we are going to provide for promotion of the teachers that have done this great job. Number two is that we are going to work with the two ministries to make sure that those who have done exceptionally well, we can also provide for their training within our country, as Ababu was saying, and beyond our country, because we want to give them exposure and make sure that they do better than they have done. And finally, all those who get a certificate for doing one thing or another, we have international fora. And I want to ask the ministry to work with the adjudicators so that we identify some of the best, so that we can give them scholarships to go to places where their talent can be taken to the next level. Let me also say the following, that I remember giving my instructions to the KICD, and that gentleman was there, and I said, all this talent on display here, the scripts, the songs, the music, the film, the drama, should be digitized. I have been informed that a good measure of digitization has been done. Let me now push it a little bit further, that Waziri Machogu, I want you to liaise with your counterpart in ICT, so that within the next month, all that program is concluded. And because we have worked hard as government, and we now have opportunities of monetizing what you saw here, we're going to make money out of it. Number one, the Presidential Commission on Music, the Permanent Presidential Commission, Music Commission, we've made a policy decision as government that we are now going to change it to the Creative Commission of Kenya. And we are fashioning the law so that we are already working on a creative bill that is going to make sure that the Creative Commission will not only have professional studios in Nairobi, but in every county in Kenya, working with the county governments so that we can give opportunity to every artist, whether they are in primary school, whether they are in secondary school, to explore the opportunities that are there for them to be able to professionalize the art that they are gifted with. And let me say that I have given Ababu, Namwamba and team a maximum of 2 months to make sure that the bill finds its way to Parliament, and I am happy members of Parliament are here. both at the national and at the county level, that we fast-track this bill so that we can build the right space for us to monetize this great talent. Over the last 1 year, I have discussed with the owners of social media platforms, from Facebook to Twitter to TikTok, including YouTube, and we have progressed our conversation. And I'm happy to say that 2 of them have finally agreed to monetize content in Kenya. YouTube, for example, we are now at 80% monetization. We are one of the 4 countries in the African continent that we can now monetize our content in YouTube. I want this digitization I have talked about our talent here, that KICD should have a YouTube channel and we should be able to sell that content of our children to parents and to others who want to watch this beautiful display of talent. I am happy again to report that Twitter has also agreed, among the first countries in Kenya, to also monetize our content. Tomorrow morning, I will be speaking to the global CEO of TikTok. I know we've had a conversation as a country around TikTok and some of the challenges that are in that space. And like we have moderation capacities of the other platforms, YouTube and Twitter, tomorrow morning we are having that conversation with the global CEO of TikTok so that we can agree on a mechanism to moderate content in their space so that we can reduce the content that is negative and leverage on the monetization that is benefiting a lot more people. Let me also say I did have a conversation with Facebook last year, and they have now agreed to test with 25 of our creators beginning this month so that they can also unlock the potential of monetizing content in that space. As I say all that, people may be asking themselves, what is the quantum? Let me tell you that every month, Kenya is getting between 300 million and 500 million every month from these platforms. So we are increasing our revenues as a country from this space. We need to manage the negative effects, but we need to promote the positive effects that are making our artists, content creators, and many other people in that space to explore opportunities, make money, and grow their talents. I was looking at one of the best paying content creator is now at 7 million shillings every month. And one of the largest digital TVs is already up and running. We already have 15 digital TVs, and that space is expanding. So again, there is opportunity for our young people, and the display of talent here just confirms what else we can do as a country to promote our economy, especially the creative economy. Therefore, KICD, I am looking forward to you reporting to me how much money you have made from all this content, and then I will tell you how we are going to share that money between those who have done it and everybody else. And maybe in the near future, we will not be looking for money from the exchequer to host this great talent. It should be able to run itself because we have what it takes to make it run on itself. So I am truly happy that we are moving this process in this direction. Let me also say that on the subject of teachers, I know we have a wonderful teaching force in Kenya. We've all moved to the next level. I know there are discussions between the Teacher Service Commission and the teacher representatives. I want to ask them to expedite the negotiations because Government of Kenya has provided the resources for teachers to enhance their pay packages. So if we can conclude the negotiations so that teachers can go forward and benefit from the resources that we have made available. I also want to ask all the other stakeholders to make it easy and faster for us to find agreement so that we can move forward together as a nation. So I am truly grateful to all of you who have participated. You have worked very hard. I know that it's not easy always to organize such a big meeting, big event, 130,000 people. I saw First Lady calculating in her mind how 130,000 people look like. That's quite, she was, because 130,000 people is quite a feat. I'm even surprised that Frederick is saying we should increase to 230,000 people, 60,000. That's quite momentous. What I think we need to agree on is Waziri to try and see how more of the children with special needs can also be part of this festival. We need to celebrate them and we need to make sure that they too join the celebration of our culture, the celebration of our talent, and be able to take the country forward. Finally, let me also say that this is not a celebration, this is not just a celebration of talent, it's also a celebration of our culture. I see through this talent a celebration of who we are as a country, a celebration of our diversity, and this is as it should be. This is a Kenya that we all must be proud of. And I am very happy that we are making steps, we are making progress for the benefit of us as a Kenyan society, working together, building back better together as a country, and we're all united in this trajectory. So sitaki kusema kuzidi hapo. Mimi nimefurahi sana kuungana na nyinyi. Naamini nitapata nafasi pengine baadaye kuongea na wale ambao wametusaidia kuandaa kongamano hili ambalo limejumuisha watoto wetu wengi wanaosoma katika mashule zetu, colleges na university, ili kuwapa motisha ya vile tunaweza kusonga mbele kwa pamoja. Kwa walimu wetu, mimi nataka niwashukuru sana walimu wetu, ndio wamechangia sehemu kubwa ya kupanga hawa watoto, kuwasomesha, kuandika scripts na kuwatayarisha katika hali mbalimbali ndio tuweze kufika hapa. Na ndio nimesema ya kwamba kati ya promotions ambazo tutakuwa nazo ni za wale walimu wamejitolea katika kupanga na kusimamia music ama wimbo hizi na skits mbalimbali. Nataka niwaambie pongezi sana. Vile nimesema tunatengeneza sheria ndio tuweze kuwa na creative commission, tubadilishe ili ilikuwa hapo mbele, ndio tuweze kupanga vile tunaweza kupeleka mbele mambo haya yote. Kwa hivyo wacha nimalizie kwa kusema asante sana Nakuru County kwa kutushughulikia by hosting us here. We want to say thank you very much to the great people of Nakuru County. Na watoto wetu wote mtakaporudi nyumbani, mupeleke salamu zetu kwa wazazi wenu, kwa county zenu, na mjue tunawapenda sana na tutashughulika na kazi ya kupanga siku zijazo ya maisha yenu. Kila mwanafunzi afanye bidii, na mimi nataka niwaulize wanafunzi, wazazi, walimu na stakeholders wale wengine wote, hawa watoto wetu tuwakinge na madhara ya madawa ya kulevya, matatizo yale mengine yako huko, influences, morality, negative. Mimi nataka niwaulize sote, as a Kenyan society, let us not point fingers at one another. We need to work together in concert. We need to work together in synergy to protect our children from negative influences and to make sure that we give our children the very best. Let me also encourage counties. One of the decisions that we made ni kwamba mwaka huu, kwa sababu hatutaki mtoto wetu hata mmoja abaki nyuma, mbali na kuongeza walimu, mbali na kupanga mambo ya scholarship ya kuhakikisha kwamba kuna transition ya sawa, pia mwaka huu tunaongeza pesa kutoka karibu shilingi bilioni 2 mpaka bilioni 5 ya kusaidia katika school feeding program, ili watoto wetu hasa wanaoishi difficult circumstances katika taifa letu la Kenya waweze kwenda shuleni, wapate chakula shuleni, so that we can increase our enrollment and increase our retention of children in our schools. So we are focused on ensuring that kids in nursery areas, and I want to thank many county governments who are working with us in partnership on the school feeding program to ensure that no child is left behind and that every child is in school, even in the difficult circumstances, whether it is climate change or all the other issues. We have to ensure that none of our children is left behind and ensure that all our children are in class so that we can prepare them for their future. Asanteni sana, nawapenda sana, na Mungu awabariki. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Come on, let's give him another round of applause.